On this episode of Break Up to Wake Up, how are you coping with this divorce?
No, I want anybody going through a breakup to know and understand that breakups are hard. You're not by yourself. And sometimes you might be hurting so badly because you want to call them, because you want to talk to them, because you did call them and they didn't answer, or they told you that they didn't want to talk to you. You might be hurting so badly that you're laying on the bathroom floor crying your eyes out, and that is okay. You know, it really is like, just stop. Just shut up, just stop, just don't. I don't want anybody to feel like, one of my fears is somebody having seen all the stuff that we went through and thinking that they need to be somehow better than her.
Or like your savior.
Yeah, or somebody who doesn't like her. Because there are people who, you know, you can't make everybody like you. Mm-hmm. There are tons of people who don't like her, and I never want somebody to feel like, I know this is crazy, but like, I'll feel the same way in 5 years. I don't want anybody to feel like they have like one up on her by being able to like, because you give people the cheat codes.
Yeah.
When you make it public. Now they know all the things that your person has done. It's like, it's too easy for a person to be like, oh my gosh, you're just so sweet. I would have never done that to you. Mm-hmm. Or I can't believe, shut up.
Yeah, it's like people think they're just gonna like swoop in. It's gonna be so easy because of like,
and for some people it is like, some people they need that like affirmation of like, I would have never treated you the way Lacie treated you, and they're like, oh really? Tell me more. She didn't appreciate you. Oh my god, that's so true. That's never gonna be me. That's not appealing. It's like, if you need to somehow appeal to like a trauma that I went through in my past relationship as a way to connect with me, you're not divinely connecting with me.
Yeah.
And I only entertain what I feel like are a divine connection. Mm-hmm. I don't entertain a bunch of people just because. Yeah. Not anymore. I did that when I was 21.
Been there, done that.
I don't need you for that. Yeah. But it has happened.
Yeah. You know what I think is like another kind of trap in like dating after, I guess this is what I fell into after like my like big breakup where I got like my heart broken super bad. I definitely fell into this trap where like the next person, I mean, I didn't really date anyone else for like a long time after that, but then like when I finally was, you know, out there again and I met somebody that was like treating me really well and was like being really good to me, I like got all these ideas in my head like, oh, this person is my reward for what I went through, like, oh, I'm finally getting what I deserve. And you know, I felt like I was victimized in my past relationship, so it's like I'm, you know, now getting what was owed to me from that. And so it like puts all this pressure on this person, like I am getting retribution for my hardships by getting this awesome person. And then when that person hurt me, even worse, like it was just so much more painful because I had put all this like weight on how good they treated me as it was like something that I deserved and was owed to me because of the past. And then so when that hit the fan, it was like so much more painful because it was like I was so not expecting it. I was so caught off guard. Like I put all these expectations on it, and it made it so much worse.
I think it will, because you put all of your expectations on a person.
Yeah.
And people can only be people.
Yeah.
And when it's new, and it's like barely happening. I was just talking to one of my friends about this today because she's going through a breakup with her girl and she's in this new situation and she was trying to like be like, oh, this girl, but she doesn't, but she, shut up. Because when it's new, it's gonna feel like that. It's supposed to feel like that, right? Because you walked away, you meet a person, it's new, it's fun, it's exciting, we all love, we like falling in love. Yeah. And then you go through like the duration of the relationship where you're like learning who this person is, learning how and where they'll hurt you. And then by the time that you're at the end of the relationship, it's like, you've hurt me so much that now I have to walk away, or like they have to walk away. Now you're harnessing all of this pain.
Yeah.
And you forget about what it felt like when it was brand new. Yeah. So then you meet a new person and it's the same cycle.
Yeah.
And I don't have that. And I was actually telling my wife this the other day, that I actually hold on to the positive parts of relationship, but sometimes that is what keeps me somewhere longer than I should be.
Yeah.
Because I refuse to hold on to like the negative things.
Yeah.
And I refuse to judge you or your person based off of like the negative things. Am I hurt some days? Yes. Are you a bitch some days? Absolutely. Do I fucking like you sometimes? No. But I can't, for like a long term, hold on to the negative things. Because I think the negative things are things that are happening to us. The positive things are who we are. Oh, it's so stupid.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I definitely, I feel like I don't like the idea of being a judgmental person. So I was like, I have to like force myself to like actually judge you. Like, oh, you cheated on every one of your girlfriends before me. I think I should judge you. But it's like, it doesn't feel good to feel like I'm judging you. But it's like, you should. If you're judging someone to be a potential life partner for you, you should be judgmental of those negative things. Like, I do that too. It's like, I want to hold on to the few positive things that they did and not like harp on the negative stuff. But it's just, that's a trap too.
Sometimes the negative stuff is who they are. And the positive stuff is what they were showing you.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, I don't want, maybe it's the ego of a person that you don't want to feel like or admit to yourself that a person isn't good or will mean you harm, but it's like sometimes they will.
Yeah.
God damn, sometimes they will.
Yeah. I think I also had a hard time kind of judging people because I'm someone who's had a relatively like easy life, you know, like the hardest thing that are happening to me is like my mom is still not cool with me being gay, but besides like this, she didn't kick me out of the house. My parents are still married. Like my life, the worst thing that happened to me is my mom's homophobia, you know what I'm saying? But like my life has been fairly chill apart from that. And so people who've really like been through some hard shit, it's really difficult for me to hold them accountable and to judge them for, their anger issues, how they react to their trauma, negative things that they may do, because I'm just like, if I had been through what you had been through, I don't know what kind of person I would be. So it's really hard for me to like hold those people accountable if I know they've been through some things. But it's like, I have to be like, you are 30 years old. At some point you have to decide to go to therapy or like get help, or like if every woman you've ever dated no longer speaks to you, I think at some point you need to recognize there's something wrong with your behavior. But it's like really hard for me to like it's really hard for me to not give forgiveness to people I know who've been through stuff.
No, me too. And that's such a downfall. It's a thing I actually love and I hate about myself.
Yeah.
But my family is that way. My mom is that way. So it's like I just grew up that way of like trying to find some type of some sliver of understanding for like where a person may be and why they made that decision, and like, oh, that can't be their real personality. It has to be this or that, or no. Sometimes they may have experienced hardships and that may have impacted who and how they are, but who and how they are is who and how they are.
Yeah.
And it sounds good, I can say it to you, but in real life, I'm just kind of like the person that's gonna make excuses for people.
Yeah. I feel like almost every single person that I dated, I was there longer than I should have been.
Yeah. Not me.
Like there's always that point where I knew I should have left and I didn't.
I know that for this relationship and this relationship only. I am like the peace out girl. Like once something just is not making sense, I'ma head out. You got this, right? I'ma head out, and I'm gonna like, I in the past will like experience something. I don't hate you. You can always call me. We can always talk. But I'm gonna peace out, and I'm probably gonna be like moving on like soon. So, like, but this relationship is a little bit harder. In the past,
Deuces.
If it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you. And if it doesn't make you feel good, I've always lived from like the perspective of, if whatever you're doing doesn't make you feel good, stop doing it, because there's a world of other things that will. And life is so short that just imagine, right? You're a high school senior, and then it's the apocalypse. And now you've spent your entire life going to school every day, and you fucking hate school, and you never got to experience anything else. That's how I think about everything about life. You're in a relationship that doesn't make you feel good, leave the relationship. You don't have to leave the person. You could still, I still would try to be friends with my exes. Some of them don't want to talk to me, but that's fine.
Yeah.
But I'll peace out, and I'll still be able to like be friends with you, but I don't need to be with you because you didn't make me feel good.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes. I feel you. Leave that job too.
Leave that job.
You know.
Yeah, I will quit a job.
Yeah.
I will quit a job. That's fine. I'm quick to put in a 2 weeks.
Yeah, girl, I quit a job today.
Oh wow! Congratulations.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you.
What are you gonna do now? Are you nervous?
Well, I have several jobs,
Oh, okay.
so I'm just replacing it with other jobs I like better. So
That makes sense. Yeah, no, I will quit a job. I will
quit a person, quit a job.
Quit everything. I will never call you again in my life. Kind of like I'm that person. Because if it doesn't make you happy, if it doesn't bring you joy,
What are you doing? What's it there for?
what is it there for? You just like pain at that point? You want to be miserable? Like, what is it there for? Why are you forcing it?
Well, besides that, do you have any advice for someone that you would give before they get married?
Oh my gosh, yes. Hold on, there's so much. In my head, it just became a whole bunch of things. I think for women, I would say, from when we're little, like toddlers, we're taught to aspire to be married. For women, we live our entire lives trying to prove that we're worthy. We're the worthy person. We're the worthy candidate. We'll even bring girls down sometimes. Not me personally, but like we as women. We'll even bring another girl down or tarnish another girl so that we can shine brighter because we're taught to prove that we're worthy. Right? You're worthy enough for yourself. So take your time when it comes to finding a love mate. Take your time finding a person to be with for forever. If your goal is to have that person for forever, for an eternity, you want that love to span not just the lifetime that you're in, but your next lifetime, like you want to find that person, take your time finding that person. It's not going to be the first person who proposes. It may not be the first person you love. It may not be your first marriage. But don't rush it. Don't rush it, and don't rush yourself. Absolutely 100% take your time. That thing right now that's like going around like, oh, if a person doesn't know within 5 years if they're gonna marry you, they're never gonna marry you. They got forever, actually, in real life. Like, don't base your relationship off of that. Mm-hmm. Take your time, learn that person, learn yourself with that person, go through a few different seasons with that person, see how you react, see how they react. Let the universe test you the way that the universe is going to test you, and they will. The universe is always going to test your relationship. You don't got to create tests for yourself. Yeah. And if it's not working, don't try to force it to work because you want that situation to work so bad. If it's not working, then it's not your person. Yeah. And if it's not working and you still stick around, you still try to force it, you just don't be upset when it doesn't work out. Yeah. Just understand that we live in this huge planet with a billion other people, and the person that you want right now may not be the person that you're supposed to grow old with in 40 or 50 years. Mm-hmm. And be okay with that. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that is something that I say a lot is there is nothing that you can do to make it work with the right person. Yeah. But there's also nothing you can do to fuck it up with the right person that you're supposed to be with. Mm-hmm. You know? Like, if you're supposed to be with them, that's what's going to happen. And if you're not supposed to be with them, it's just going to be impossible to be with them.
To be with them.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. If you had any advice for someone going through a breakup, what would you say?
Don't fucking call them. No. No. I want anybody going through a breakup to know and understand that breakups are hard. You're not by yourself. And sometimes you might be hurting so badly because you want to call them, because you want to talk to them, because you did call them and they didn't answer, or they told you that they didn't want to talk to you. You might be hurting so badly that you're laying on the bathroom floor crying your eyes out, and that is okay. It's so okay. Your friends that are over it, okay, they weren't having sex with that person. So yeah, they're over it. They had nothing invested. Your friends that are over it, don't let them make you feel like you need to rush working through your hurt or your pain. If you need to lay on the bathroom floor and cry, fucking lay on the bathroom floor and cry. I once went through a breakup with like the worst person that I ever dated, and I called him every single day for 6 months after our breakup. Every single day, without fail. I think maybe I may have skipped a day or two, like if I was on my period and my pride took over, but like I called him every single day and he did not answer any day. But I called him every single day for like 6 months. And when I finally stopped calling, it was because I met somebody and I just had no desire to call him anymore. And they started calling me. So by that point, I was just kind of like, I'm over it. Because I called him 6 months.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Every single day for 6 months. I was 22. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
back when we had time for things.
yeah,
like that.
your process is your process. And if you need to join a group of other people going through the same thing, if you need to
come on the show,
come on the show, rely on a friend who's also gone through breakups and who will be realistic with like, they fucking hurt. Not only are you losing your romantic partner, you're losing your sometimes best friend.
Yeah.
They hurt. So go through your process, cry it out. If you need to call that person every day for 6 months, call that fucking person every day for 6 months. Like, who?
Yeah, they can block you if they don't like
Facts.
it.
And he never blocked me.
Yeah.
He liked it.
He wanted to
He
know
fucking
that
liked
you
it.
were still there.
Facts.
Yeah.
He fucking liked it. You know, he never fucking blocked me. He fucking knew.
Yeah.
But breakups are tough. They're tough. They're hard, and your process is your own process. But you're not the only person who's ever gone through a breakup. And so your friends and your family telling you to just kind of get over it, and now they're asking, why do you still care? Okay, just stop telling them.
Yeah.
Meet a new friend, and
Yeah,
like, they will
find
love to
someone
know the
new.
tea.
Yeah. Start a blog.
Start a blog. No, seriously, breakups are hard. But you also don't let yourself fall into trying to hold on to someone who doesn't want to be held on to.
Yeah.
That's so important. Right now, what's going on is all the TikTok tarot readers. Have you?
No.
Oh!
Occasionally.
No. Oh my God. I only saw TikTok tarot readers for like the first 3 months post divorce. I wasn't seeing anything else. There was nobody else on TikTok except these fucking tarot readers. And they will tell you that this person is coming back. They might, because you know what, some of those readings actually do resonate, but don't try to hold on to a person that doesn't want to be held on to.
Yeah.
So make the effort. Go outside. Call your friends. Start slowly but surely going to clubs, or going out to go to a museum. Go out for lunch. Go. You just cannot stay in your head, and you cannot stay in your house, and you cannot stay in your bed.
Yeah.
And I would say that.
Thank you. That was beautiful. And that is the conclusion of our episode. Thank you so much for all of your insight, for sharing your story, and I will leave all your info where people can find you in the description box below, as they say.
Facts.
So on a closing note, what's next for you, Lacie? What you have going on this year?
Life. I'm in film school, so I actually go back to school next week. Oh God. I just filmed my first short film. I had a crew for this.
Wow.
But I decided to do it all by myself. So I filmed it by myself, and I'm editing it by myself, and I did the lighting by myself, and I did
Okay, busy lady.
everything. But I needed to prove to myself that I could do it by myself.
Yeah.
So I just did that. So it was actually supposed to come out on the 1st, but like editing by yourself is fucking hard.
Yeah, editing is the worst.
It's not the same as a YouTube video
Yeah.
when you're filming a movie or editing a movie. So that should come out. I wanted to come out by my birthday because I think that'd be fun. And for the next few months, as I'm working through like getting the hang of like editing larger and longer projects, I'm just going to be filming a series of meaningful short films. The one I just filmed highlights understanding your partner's love language. And it's so cute. Oh, it's so sweet. And I'm also leaning into audio stories. I know I've been saying this to people for a good while. Lots of people have sent their, I think you sent your information to last year.
Oh, for voice acting?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I did.
You did?
I was like, I could do that. I was like, I don't think I could act, but I think voice acting, I was like, I could do that.
It was early. It was like May or June of last year. I got your email. So I'm hoarding emails. I'm hoarding people because I need to transfer my stories to ACX so that I could start actually casting. It's just a lot for me to do by myself. And I'm learning audio. I'm learning audio engineering, and I don't know, I'm learning how to just be a powerhouse by myself.
Yes.
Because I never want anyone to take anything from me again.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm at. And also working on building a studio.
Yes. Okay, DIY.
No, not by myself. I get paid per view.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, not the building, but just, the leading.
Yeah.
The boss bitching.
It's true.
It'll be done by you.
It's true. I'm working on building a studio, if not buying a warehouse and then turning it into a studio. Because that's really what I want to do by the end of this year.
Okay.
So.
Awesome.
I want to give us a space.
Yeah.
An affordable space to do and create what we want to do and create.
Yeah, something for this one ain't cheap.
We need an affordable space.
Yeah.
I believe in affordability.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where I'm at. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. Thanks.
So I'll see you.
So
You'll know.
I'll be around. I'll be there.
I tried to cast you for my last project, but it took you too many days to get back to me, and I was like, oh.
You did?
I hit you up, and I was like, oh, it was last minute. And when I said,
when you said, what am I doing on
Yes.
Wednesday or something?
I was like,
oh,
damn.
okay, yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah, I'm really bad about my Instagram DMs.
Facts.
I check them. Even my current girlfriend, she's like, I sent you a video on Instagram 6 days ago. You still didn't look at it. I was like, okay.
I was like, dang, who don't want to be like the femme girl in this? And I was like, oh, I thought about you because you look like what I was thinking about. And then I was like, oh, she's just not.
Next time. Well, now you have my email. I answer my email.
Yeah, I have your number.
Okay, also my number. Yeah. Okay, text. I'm not the best about text.
Me either. I'm terrible.
Oh my gosh.
But it'll be work.
3 to 5 business days.
No, it'll be work, and
okay,
it won't be
working
as
all
last minute.
Yeah. Okay.
It was last minute last time because of the season and because the people whose place I was using, they were like, you have 1 day.
Oh, okay, wow. I would love to do more acting though. I took acting classes all through high school.
Yeah. You got this.
Well, okay, we can wrap this up. Thank you so
for
much,
having me.
girl. This was a pleasure. This was a lovely episode. And yes, thank you. And thank you for what's the word? Breaking in the new studio.
Oh, I love it. It's so cute. It looks like you.
Thank you.
It does. It looks like you. I watched the last few episodes. Actually, you had a broad. Oh, I'll talk about it. Okay. Off camera. Off camera.
Okay, that's all you get.
Bye, guys.
Check out more Break Up to Wake Up on YouTube, Anchor, or anywhere you find your favorite podcasts.